eyes of mine will sit in to my heart and sugar. In a jumbled life of glitter, dream hit concrete, mind all jook up. Tend to think in 1,000 thoughts, I'll put through.
We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Today on to Week 15 in the NFL, and we've got a good matchup in store, as it'll be the Green Bay Packers taking on the Denver Broncos. And off we go from Denver. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. At their own 26-yard line. They'll run with a second-round pick from April's draft. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
I think we call that season's greetings right there. He came up, pow! Knocked him for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. To throw is Nix. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
And the Broncos, first down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Throwing Nix. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
At the 43-yard line.
Working out of the gun is Nix. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. You look at this Packers defense. They sit at number 20 in the NFL right now against the run.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out. Being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people. Put them on the ground.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Now it's Nix. Open man, and again it's Sutton. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Operating from the gun, here's Nix. That's taken in by Franklin. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Broncos are on the board first here this afternoon. Lutz with the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Looking to put a drive together. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. They'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Second down, 8 to go from the 28.
Let's go.
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they had 3 tight ends in on that set.
And these guys are punching really well. I use boxing analogies a lot. A lot of coaches have told me that when you line up to run the football, it's 10 fistfights along the line of scrimmage, right? You've got to win your share.
There he goes, left side. Nick Chubb, touchdown, Packers. Nick Chubb, his 16th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. McManus's point after is good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Lose the guys up front, or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll swing this out to Harvey. This will run up a loss on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Bombers.
They'll go for it. Here's Nix. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Harvey now on 1st and 10. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Nix to the air. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Against a team coming off a win, just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. This defense for the Broncos, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Looking for Christian Watson that time. And it's 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. When you look at this Bronco defense, they've certainly had their struggles against the run. The 30th ranked unit out of 32 teams in the NFL.
And when people talk about facing a challenge, they are certainly getting one in this ball game because they're facing the #1 rushing unit in the NFL, which means this is going to be a contest they've got to be prepared for from the first snap.
7-7, our score after 1.
Daniel Whelan in punt formation.
On 4th down, the Packers call on Daniel Whelan to punt. Jalen Waddle deep to return it. So call that a 56-yard punt with a return of about 11. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10.
24-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack. He found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. They'll find Sutton on the right side, complete. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. They're going. It's Nix. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And it'll be a turnover on downs. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
To throw is Daniels. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Panther 11, Panther 11. Cup 19, Cup 19.
To the air goes Daniels. That is caught. And he's going to have the Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Daniels looking to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. That's out to Chubb, complete. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Now the former Hurricane, Damian Martinez. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Second down and 8.
19 sight. Pass to 60. 70 Rangers. 70.
Now Daniels. Over the middle here. It's hauled in by Watson. Short completion, just 4 yards. And now it's 3rd and 3.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 3.
From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 88 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
First down. First and goal at the 6-yard line.
77 Wolves. Go.
They'll run with Chubb. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Nick Chubb, his second touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Packers have taken the lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 14-7.
Brendan McManus to kick off for Green Bay.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
And the Broncos first down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Here's Nix. He completes this to Sutton. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Gets it underneath. Here's Harvey. And he stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So the kick from here on a field goal would have been right at 53 yards, but instead, offense out there. They're going for it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. Now 2nd and 3.
Evan Ingram. It's a gain of 7.
To throw, here's Nix.
At the Packers
He targets Ingram for another grab. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Back to throw again. Touchdown! Evan Ingram as the first half is winding down. And the Broncos have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. What's good on the extra point? And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime.
Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with decent starting field position, there may be only a couple completions away from field goal range.
60 Bobcat. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Panther 11. Panther 11. Buffalo 18. Cup 19. Cup 19 Lions. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates.
Throwing now is Daniels. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that, but if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Their own 26-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. It's a tie football game here. What do you think Charleston's message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Play action. Now it's Daniels. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And this is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Packers. Christian Watson, 71 yards. And the Packers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
The kick is good.
McManus's point after is good. And the lead is now 21-14.
Brendan McManus to kick off for Green Bay.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they'll have this all the way out to the 50-yard line. Excellent field position.
That strong return is setting them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
To throw is Nix. Sutton wheeling it in on the left side. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down.
At the 34-yard line.
Throwing Nix. Throw left side complete. That's Sutton. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it's second down.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area. And after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
Nix going to give to Hardy. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. They need 2. Here's third down. Trying to run for it. Here's Hardy. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Working out of the gun is Nix. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Nix from the shotgun. Over the middle, complete. That's Sutton. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Now it's Nix. That'll be complete to Harvey. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. R.J. Harvey, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. The last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after getting up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he'll get about 2 there to the 36. Here comes 3rd and about a foot. Now they'll audible to something else. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's going to have a Packers first down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches.
Brandon, they're still in the lead. The momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence. And you're right, they need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Now this aired out deep for Reed. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Here we go. Set. Cowboy 80.
And Chubb will try the middle here. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. That time they're able to bottle him up, and he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
19 tight. 19 tight. Street. 79 Broncos. go. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. Steady.
Here's Daniels. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
On play action, here's Nix. They'll get that complete to Franklin. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that will bring up second down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22. Nix to the air. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
He's got his target. That's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Nix to throw again. This is caught. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Second and goal from the 1. On the sneak, it's Nix. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Broncos have taken a 4th quarter lead. So now a big play here as the Broncos will line up to go for 2. And it is incomplete, so they can't convert for 2. And now the lead stays at 5. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. And this defense not giving them anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
What an advantage having a lead guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
2nd and 9.
18. Let's go.
Working out of the gun, Daniels. Now he's going to step up and run. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
19 Lions. Steady.
To throw is Daniels. Looking deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That was for the lead right there. They know they're in a position where fortune favors the brave. So they took their shot, but couldn't connect.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. 18, Pioneers. Cup 19. Cup 19. Trap 60. Trap 60. Ready.
Daniels going to throw for it. He'll try to do it himself. That's to his running back, complete. And he is trying to get to the marker. Going to depend on his spot, but I'm not sure he got there, and he did not.
Well, they've got the slim deficit, decided to go for it, hoping to keep the football score and erase that deficit. But, boy, deep in their own territory like that.
Let's just say that with that call, me and the head coach will agree to disagree. All right? But he knew he wanted to be aggressive there, as you pointed out. So I guarantee he told his defensive coordinator, have your guys up and ready. I'm going to go for it here. If we don't get it, just make sure they're ready to go out there and bail us out.
Operating from the gun. Nix got his man complete over the middle. It's Sutton. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 14 yards that time for number 14.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
The tackle there by the safety, Xavier McKinney.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
Here's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun. Nix. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier McKinney. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left them no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
So from just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 9. They run it again with Chubb. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. They set up the screen to Chubb.
And I know that one didn't work out the way they thought, but I don't think it was a bad time to call this play. You're thinking on 3rd down, you might possibly see some pressure. You might see a blitz. So they tried to set up the screen, but that one was well read, and they stopped him for no gain.
Warriors 70. Panther 11. Panther 11. 19 tight. 19 tight. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers. Let's go.
On 4th down, here's Daniels. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And it's knocked away and incomplete. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand. Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies.
We'll swing this out to Harvey.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
2nd and 11 at the 41. Out of the gun, a run with Harvey.
And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Trying to take this home, they'll run.
And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
A 51-yard attempt.
The kick by Lutz is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Here's 1st and 10.
60 by 18 Cardinal, 18. Ready.
They begin this drive with Chubb. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
Final minute, no timeouts at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10.
A gain of 16 yards.
And again, it's Chubb.
And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. Here's 1st down.
And now down to 24 seconds after the spike.
23 seconds, all that remain as they come up on a 2nd down.
60 Bobcat. Hot 70, hot 70.
Back to throw.
Oh, and that nearly ended it. That should have been intercepted, but he cannot corral it, and that is a lifeline there with 3rd down coming up.
Yards to go.
With no timeouts left, that's a dangerous proposition. Work in the middle of the field. Fortunately for them, that one fell incomplete.
Come on. Set. 70, Timberwolf. Ready.
He'll look to throw.
Now Daniel's going to keep it.
And it's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
Cougar 19. Mustang 19.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
He'll try to do it himself. This ball intercepted. Picked off by Jahdae Barron. And the Broncos are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. Well, CD, for the losing side, they had opportunities in this one, but big plays just didn't go their way, especially late, and they have to suffer the L here.
It certainly felt like that takeaway, once it happened, it knocked the wind out of their sails, and they just couldn't get their equilibrium back.
So for the Broncos, they remain in the hunt for a first-round bye as they move to 11-3 on the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the Jaguars will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they fall to 8-6 with the loss. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.